All right, man. Let's talk about Dwight Howard and saying that he was better than Nikola Jokic in his prime. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. And I think that this is a fair debate. I really do. I think this is a fair debate. The prime Dwight was nice. And people tend to forget there are more than one side of the floor in basketball. There's offense and there's defense, and there's no doubt that Dwight Howard is one of the most dominant defensive bigs ever. And offensively, he wasn't too shabby neither. You know, he wasn't too shabby. And I think he can hold Jokic before Jokic could hold him defensively. I think he can hold Jokic offensively in check. So, Dwight Howard being disrespected is one of the top 75 players of all time. I can make a case that he is probably a top 50 player of all time. He was that dominant at his peak. Did he shoot the ball well? Don't have to. He had a good post move. I like to see him have a few more post move, but ultimately, him leaving Orlando just made it look like his success was tied to Orlando. That's what it made it look like. His success was tied to Orlando, and when he left, he went looking for something more. Um, he went looking for something more, and he was in a perfect fit. And sometimes you think the grass is greener on the other side. We see that happen all the time in relationships, especially with wives. They want to go back to the streets. Baby mamas want to go back to the streets, and then they want to come back, and they find out ain't shit out there for them. Yeah, they can pick and choose who they want to have sex with and all that stuff. Absolutely. But at the end of the day, you know, once they had they little sexcapade out there, they figure out that these dudes hit, they kick them out. You know what I'm saying? They don't commit. They don't put gas in the car. They don't clean the car out. They don't do all the husband like or gentleman like things that a lot of other men will. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they can, you know, and women be figuring out they need that. And then they want to run back to the guy. And that's why I say, as a man, dude, I mean, don't take them back. Now, she want to be honest. Like, I just want to go back to the streets and all that type of stuff. Okay, cool. Your honesty is included, but no, we, keep it real with me. Okay, we can move on. We can be cordial, but no, I'm not messing with it no more. But nonetheless, um, he was in a great position in Orlando. He was in a great position. The world was his, like Nas. The world was his, and ultimately, he fumbled that. His career went down the drain after that. Got with James Harden, didn't work. Went to LA, whatever order he did, it didn't work. Had back issues. Probably came back too soon from the back issues. Had 1,000 baby mama drama off the court. So, he was dealing with a lot. He was dealing with a lot. And, and I think his career went down the drain. It was because of the injury, and it also was a great fit. It was also a great fit for him in Orlando. It was a tremendous fit in Orlando. It was a tremendous fit. But Jokic, a lot of people living in the moment. Oh, he won a championship. Just because you won a championship don't mean you was better than somebody. But Jokic is still, what we believe, he's still on the uptrend. He's still on the uptick. He's still rising. Let's call it what it is. His stock is still going up. his stock is still going up. But Dwight Howard will take his prime over Nikola Jokic. Know how dominant I was. So he said. So people look at that and say, "Well, Jokic, he scores, he does all this stuff, and no offense. I think he's great, Howard. No offense, excuse me. I think that's what they meant. No offense. I think he's great." Howard told Complex, "I love Jokic. I don't want people to think I'm trying to hate, even comparing, but I'm going to take myself as he should. I know how dominant I was, and I know what I could do with my skills. And on the defensive end, on the offensive end, I was quick enough to get past everybody." He said, "And I love Jokic. I'm happy for him." He continued, I think he's one of the best centers to ever play the game of basketball, but I'm not going to throw dirt on my own name. I'm Dwight Howard, and I know what I've done in this league." So people tend to forget what Dwight Howard done in this league. That's because one minute he was up, and the next minute it was like he fell off the face of the earth. Couldn't get shit done with Kobe. Couldn't get this shit done with James Harden. So let's not act like he had a fall from grace. I mean, hold on. So his last year in Orlando, he averaged almost 20 and 15. Never averaged 20 points again. Went to LA, had 17 and 13, 18 and 13, 13 and 12, or 17 and 12, 18 and 12, 15 and 10 and a half, 13 and 11.8, 13, and his numbers went down every year. So his he had, in reality, he came in the league almost getting a double double. He did come in the league getting a double double, but in reality, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He had 8 years of being all NBA, all star, 3-time defensive player of the year. He had 8-year prime. He had an 8-year prime, and not all those 8-year primes was phenomenal neither. A lot of them, like the one he left Orlando, just because his name, 17 and 12. He did get you 2.4 blocks, 1 point steals. At 28 was his last year in Houston, 18 and 12. He had 1.8 blocks. So at the end of the day, when you look, he had 8 solid years, 8 prime years. After 28, it was pretty much pedestrian for Dwight Howard. He averaged 15, almost 16, 12, 1.3 for his career. Definitely Hall of Famer. But then you look at Nikola Jokic, people living in the moment, you know, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he coming. He got 5 years at 27. So if he can continue this pace, it's crazy. I mean, you can make a case for his third year in the league. You can make a case for damn near every year he's been in the league, except for his rookie year when he's splitting time with probably Nurkic. He was 10, 7, 2.4 assists, 1 steal. His next year he was 16 points, 9.8 rebounds, almost 5 assists. You know what I'm saying? And then 18 and 11, 1.2 steals, 6.1 assists. I mean, his numbers are phenomenal. But his story is still, being written. And he was a 2-time MVP. But Dwight had 8 really good years. He had 5 really good All-Star years. But his years have been a little bit more peaked than Dwight Howard. Now, how Dwight Howard got that championship, we probably be having a different conversation. We probably be having a different conversation. So but nonetheless, I mean, it is what it is. I would say each his own, but the 2 MVPs, the NBA Finals MVP, winning the championship, I probably had to say, man, just throwing all that out, player for player. They've been a good battle, but it's tough. It's tough, honestly. Um, but I'm gonna get an edge to Dwight. Peak Dwight. I'm gonna get an edge to peak Dwight because no Jokic story still being written, but Jokic should do some things that Dwight couldn't do. Offensively, he could pass, he could shoot, but Dwight was a genetic athletic freak too. So I like both of them, but it's just pretty much your preference. But I'm gonna go with Dwight because the story is written. We'll see how Jokic continue to age because he hitting that age where Dwight started to fall off a little bit. So we'll see. But I don't think he has the distractions off the court like Dwight. But yeah, you can easily pick Jokic. I just want to continue to see a little bit more from him. But I can easily go with Jokic. But I'm gonna say I'm gonna pick Dwight because I remember how great Dwight was. But hey, Dwight around your lips. But hit the NBA Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Free chance get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App $sign CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Don't forget to check out my new channel, Free Game 89. Links in the description. It's in the link tree. Peace.